Opposite. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Saturday morning. It is February 15th. It is, what time is it? It is 6:04 a.m. I apologize for my slightly late start today. Um, Happy Saturday. Again, I apologize. I'm confused. I'm a little haven't had my coffee yet. It's early in the morning on a Saturday. I'm coming at you from a cold and snowy day here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. But anyway, I'm trying to dual stream on YouTube and TikTok at the same time again. Tried it the other day. I guess it was just yesterday. It was kind of hot in here. Kind of hot in here. And I ran into all sorts of problems. And apparently, my driver wasn't updated. My video driver. Who knew I had a video driver? Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Taylor. Who knew I had a video driver? But apparently, we do. When we have laptops and Apple computers, they come with video drivers, and apparently, they need updating from time to time. Hello, Marky. And mine wasn't updated, and I'm hoping that's the problem. And I'm hoping my dear friend Julie helped me fix it yesterday. She said she is not confident that she helped me fix it. I go, well, what does not confident mean? And she goes, well, 80%. I go, well, 80% is confident. You're not sure. You're not offering a guarantee, but that's confident. So anyway, I came back up to my bedroom, got my laptop up, tried to figure out how to get on YouTube and TikTok at the same time in a punctual manner. Not sure I'm doing it, but I'm doing the best I can. And sometimes that's all we got to do. Good morning, Mosey, over there on TikTok. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for a long, long time. It is a show about me talking. Mm, It is a show about me, yeah, talking. See, there we go. We got to get rid of that person. We got to get rid of that person. I'm going to get rid of the people over on any channel that had bad intentions. And that person obviously had bad intentions over there. So I'm going to get rid of them. And Julie, I hope you keep an eye on that. I think you're over there. So if you could help moderate on either platform, please get rid of the trolls. Get rid of the trolls. If somebody throws a compliment at somebody says, Julie, you're so kind for taking in Ken when he's homeless. That's not a compliment to Julie. That's a dig at me, and we all know it. So get rid of them, please. Good morning, Josh Hogrand. How are you? Josh Hogrand, you're a good man. Can I make you a moderator from this position? I wonder if I can. So anyway, I'm dual streaming and I'm going to try my best today. Let me know on YouTube if it works well. And let me know if you're having technical issues or glitches or what have you, if the connection's not working. Maybe I need to upgrade my technology. Maybe I need to. Um, Good morning, G Bro. Maybe I need to, I don't know, give up on the dreams of dual streaming. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And last night I had a not a stressful day. I actually had a pretty good day. I ended up watching a movie, going to see a movie last night. Do I want to get distracted? Let's not get distracted. For those that have been watching a while, you know this is a show about me talking, and it is a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about life, sharing kind of the ups and downs we have in life. But for those that have been watching a while, there it goes again. There it goes again. There it goes again. See, how do we do that? Uh, Good morning, my bald headed brother. I'm bald as well. Anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, uh, it is not. Wait, what do I do here? What do I do here? Can somebody on YouTube get rid of Taylor Vrabel? Because Taylor Vrabel is a troll. Julie, are you on YouTube? And if you can you get rid of Taylor Vrabel? Thank you, Barry Stevens. Thank you, Barry Stevens. I appreciate that. Let's clean this up. I want to clean this up. I want to have a nice conversation without trolls hopping on trying to cause as much trouble as they can. So let's try and keep this because I don't have coffee with dicks. I don't. And for some reason, there's a lot of dicks that want to hop on my stream every morning and ruin my experience. And it just sucks. It just sucks. Last night, I talked to Julie before I went to bed, and I was saying, "Hey, I'm going to go live today uh, without even allowing comments, with having no interaction, just me talking about my experiences and see how that goes." And maybe I should have done it, and maybe I shouldn't, but I thought I'd try it a little different. And instead of that, I thought I'd dual stream on both platforms at the same time. Good morning, TD. And it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take some fortune. It's going to take Julie's technical savvy and fixing my stream on YouTube. And we'll see if I can all put it together on one Saturday morning. Uh, but it's hard. It's hard. I get a lot of people with mean things to say to me on my show, and people say ignore them, or people say this, but it gets personal and it gets distracting. I have people not only saying mean things, but I have people saying just distracting things. And it's hard when you're having a conversation to have people hopping in going, "Hey, what's this show about?" Or, "Hey, you got a radio voice," or, "Hey, this or that." And it's distracting because sometimes I'll be talking on important topics like, um, I don't know, sobriety or mental health or whatever. And I'll get some jackass making some mean comment, or even I'll get some well intended person saying, "You should do a podcast." But I get that question 20 times a day, and sometimes I'll read it and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting it again." Yes, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should get more skilled, more adept at ignoring questions or ignoring mean comments. But let me tell you, it's kind of hard to do. Uh, it's kind of hard to do. I've never been great at ignoring meanness or bitterness or negativity. Sometimes I'll allow myself to get dragged in and pulled into the muck. And I don't want to hang out in the muck. What do they say? Don't argue with idiots because they'll drag you down to their level and beat the crap out of you with experience. Or don't fight with pigs because they'll pull you into the uh, slop and they'll like it. I don't know. I like those expressions. And they're ones I'm trying to remember a little bit as I go through my day. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, um, it's not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and it looks kind of funny to me because I can see it on both my laptop and my phone. And good or bear, when I'm going into an introduction, don't ask questions. If you could help it, can I make a request? If I'm saying something like my introduction, for instance, like Good or Bear asks, "Do you ever get tempted with alcohol anymore?" Great question. Love to address it, but I want to drink my first sip of coffee. So if I can ask you a favor, audience, if you can delay good questions or any questions until a good moment, because right now I don't want to discuss whether ever get tempted with alcohol anymore. Because what I'm tempted at is I want to take my first sip of coffee. So what I'm trying to do here, and I talk about trying to control the world a lot. What I try and control the world a lot, and maybe you can't, but I am trying to control a best case scenario for me here, where I could have fun doing this show, talk about things and address Good or Bear's questions over there about getting tempted with alcohol anymore, or but still be able to drink my coffee. Still be able to drink my coffee. So with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee and I'm excited uh, to do my first sip. My hope. Hey, Barry, could you get rid of life in the fast lane? Could you get rid of life in the fast lane for me, please? Because they're not here, well intended. They're not here to do anything. Barry, if you could get rid of life in the fast lane, I'd appreciate it. Maybe I can. I appreciate that because they're again just trying to cause trouble. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate that. So what was I saying? Oh, my coffee. Oh, my coffee. I am excited to have my first sip, and my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, Alexandra over there on TikTok, I saw you sent me a heart me. I appreciate it. Want to thank you for the heart me, but I do want to take another sip of coffee. Mm. Oh, that is nice. I'll tell you what, Julie's spoiling me here. I've been staying at Julie's for this is I think I 3 nights. This will be my third day, I think, or something like that. She buys half and half at the store. I usually drink my coffee black at home, and she's spoiling me. And I'll tell you what, a splash. Yeah, glad I got the larger mug too. The original coffee with Ken mug with afraid. I'm wearing the same clothes I had on yesterday. I wore the shirt yesterday, and uh, somebody commented that both my shirt and my mug are faded, and it's true. I like to think well loved. I like to think well loved. So anyway, we've got an interesting audience right now, and I like to talk about the inside of what's going on a little bit. Frederick, I'm doing great. Hold on, now I've realized. I'm sorry. Hi, TD. You're coffee free. Are you really coffee free? Hello, Judith. Hold on, I'm going to give TikTok a little love here because I didn't have it slant. Hello, Julie. Alexandra. Somebody thought it was Naperville. It usually is Naperville. I'm in Oshkosh right now. Somebody asked if downtown Oshkosh is nice. I'd say it's charming. It's an older town than I'm used to. I have been in Naperville, which is a modern metropolis in comparison to Oshkosh. And it's funny, Oshkosh. Steve and Julie came down and visited me last fall. And I think we had a really nice visit. They loved Naperville. But I also think when they were done, they were excited to get back to the smaller town that is Oshkosh. And it's definitely a smaller town with a smaller feel. But it's got things. I mean, I went to the movies last night. I went to the movies last night and saw, what did I see? Flight Risk. I mean, it was worth a see. It was worth a see. So I saw it. It was okay. Uh, it was snowing on the ride home, and it's snowing right now. And I'm looking forward to getting out there and maybe shoveling the snow. Julie's husband, Steve's got a bad back, and they promised me it doesn't snow in Wisconsin, as silly as I thought that was. And I've always said I enjoy shoveling, and we're going to get some snow for the next hour or so. So right as I'm finishing up this show, I'm going to be able to chug one more sip of coffee, um, and hopefully get out there and shovel the walk. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's been a while. Tanya asked, she missed it. What did I go see at the movies? On Tanya's suggestion, Tanya's a friend of mine from Florida. She recommended I go see the movie Flight Risk. And it was worth a see. I'll say that. I'm not a superhero type show guy. They had Captain America, which is probably a bigger release right now. But I saw Flight Risk, and it starred Mark Wahlberg, who I like a lot, who was in a different role, in a very different role. And it's weird because Mel Gibson directed Flight Risk, and it's got an actor from, I think, that 70s show called Topher Grace. But other than that, it's got a bunch of nobodies you've never heard of. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there felt something a little bit different about this movie than a typical big movie release. And I think my stream is frozen up. On what? What is my stream frozen up on, Judith? I'm going to keep talking. Well, I haven't shoveled it yet, Alexandra. I haven't shoveled it yet. Uh, Somebody said my stream is frozen up. What does that mean? A lot of times, and what's hard doing this, people will have issues on their end. Like Judith might have had an issue on her end. and will say that. And hello, Big M. Big M, you were part of my incentive to go live again on TikTok. My man, Big M, I think it's Mike. I'm not even totally sure. He's Big M to me. He posted a video on TikTok, and it was a Valentine's video, and it was him and his girlfriend, or I think it's his girlfriend. Apologize if I'm wrong. Um, and it inspired me to reach out and give him a phone call yesterday. And for some reason, he thinks I'm a something noteworthy, and was talking to his son about, hey, this is Coffee with Ken. He's a big deal on TikTok. And I go, I'm not a big deal on TikTok. As a matter of fact, I don't even like TikTok. I don't even want to go live there anymore. I think it sucks. It's a cesspool of mean people. And that's what I told him. And he goes, well, Ken, I really like your stuff. And I think you got it. Big M, what's it? I don't know, but you got it. And I know it when I see it, and you got it, Ken. And you should be going live on TikTok. You're going to grow like crazy over there. You're going to get a huge following over there. And I go, well, I've been there for 3 years. I only got 15,000. Well, keep at it. You know nothing. Rome wasn't built in a day. Keep at it. Keep at it. And I go, all right, whatever. And last night I went to bed. I go, to hell with TikTok. I'm not going to go live on that crappy platform. And then this morning, as I'm waking up, I woke up at like 5:20, and I go, Julie worked on my computer, and says she updated the driver, and it would be fun to be able to go live on both platforms. And I think it would grow my audience the quickest. Jimmy said he jumped off YouTube, very clunky, TikTok much better. Jimmy, when you say YouTube is very clunky, what do you mean? Or if anyone else wants to chime in on that, what does it mean that the YouTube live stream could be very uh, clunky? Okay, Barry says I'm good on YouTube. Because I had people yesterday as I was signing off YouTube, and I didn't want to sign off YouTube, going, "Hey, don't leave. I don't do TikTok." And you know, I want my audience to like my show enough to follow me from platform to platform. But I'm no fool. I'd like to make it easy as and enjoyable for them uh, as possible. Jimmy said he couldn't see chats, and it's not updating comments. Hmm. Oh, I know why it's not updating comments, Jimmy. I think I put a pause in the comment pace, uh, that where you could only comment maybe once every 30 seconds or something like that. No comments on YouTube. See, I don't think that's true. I think I might have had the settings changed. And I appreciate this feedback. I appreciate this feedback. I'd like to make it uh, better. I'd like to figure this out and learn how to make it better. But honestly, I don't know how. And I'm just trying my best and doing what I can. And if I can make the experience better, uh oh, I just hit community moderation, and I'm off my live stream. That can't be good. That can't be good. That can't be good. Am I still live over there? I don't know what's happening. See, this is so hard. You guys think this is easy. You tell Julie to go do it. Let me tell you, Julie doesn't want to do this. This sucks. The pay is non existent. You try your hardest. You do your best. You try and talk about good topics. People hop on and say mean things to you. Good morning, John Pittock. Hey, John, let me know if you're having any trouble over there. You're one of the reasons I wanted to go live on YouTube today. Um, what's my name on YouTube is Coffee with Ken, and on Instagram as well. All right. Well, Jimmy, tomorrow I'll remove the 10-second ban on the comments. I just didn't want, occasionally on YouTube, you have people hop on and use like racial words, or they'll spell it out. And it's so childish and it's so stupid. Uh, are you in YouTube more than TikTok? Says Sergeant Gusty. Well, I'm doing both right now, Sergeant Gusty, over there on YouTube. Somebody said a swish noise. I don't know what. I mean, Newflee's saying there's a background noise. You mean if it's my fan? If it's my fan, Newflee? Uh, no. I don't think the fan is. It stopped when I moved my phone. Hmm, hmm. Did it stop? There is a noise. How about I go over here? Let's see. How about there? Okay. Let's see. How about there? Is that okay? I mean, look at this though. Much better. Much better. I hear perfect, and I see much better. Good morning, Rich Sternical. How are you? Perfecto. See, I like perfecto. Now I've got two people saying better. Wow, much better. See, better kind of sucks. Better kind of sucks when you're a perfectionist. Perfect in Germany. Judith, I love Germany. I'm going to have to go there sometime. Good morning, Rich Sternical. I hope you're feeling better, Richard. It's not from my end. Everything is fine. All right. I appreciate that. So the people, there you go. Oh, yeah. Hey, uh, Barry, could you get rid of hemispheres, please? If you could get rid of hemispheres, it'd be. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, I can. Never mind, Barry. I can handle almost all the cleanup necessary. Uh, Good morning, Charles Snowbeck. See, how do I do this? I don't know that I can. Am I reducing viewer experience on the platforms by trying to do the dual streaming? And you guys can share that for me. You can share that for me. But again, it's hard for me to engage with two audiences on two different platforms and be going like this. Especially, right, Julie? Especially because last night I swore off engaging with comments at all. I swore off engaging with comments at all. And here I am. I'm trying to engage with comments on the both sides. Have I recently learned anything new from the Stoic videos? Um, Good or bad, I'd strongly recommend them. I don't know that I've learned. I don't know that learned is the right word, but having a better attitude about things is a good morning, Sandra Lynn, is a better way to look at it, I think. Staying quiet. I would strongly recommend for anybody out there. Good morning, Bradley Clark, especially somebody that's going through like heartbreak or a breakup or maybe a divorce or maybe a loss of a job. There's a bunch of videos here on YouTube called Stoic, Stoic, about the Greek and Roman dudes uh, that were philosophers, and they talk about life and how to handle life and handle your emotions and get a little better every day and not get so caught up in life and other people's issues and a relationship or a struggle with job or the just the noise that goes around us in life and really to focus on ourselves and improving our thoughts and improving our bodies and improving our lives and their belief that you can't fix your partner, you can't fix your job, you can fix yourself though. And if you go to work on yourself and try and become wiser or more patient or more loving or more caring or in better shape or any number of things, uh, uh, you'll do better. John Piddock says they swore off women. Did they? They didn't swear off women, did they? John might know more than I know. I have no desire to swear off women. I have no desire to swear off women. So let's just end that. Hey, thank you so much for sending me the tiny dinies over here on uh, uh, TikTok. By the way, YouTube does not allow you to send me tiny dinies, where my friends over here on TikTok do. And I'm getting a bunch of people sending me tiny dinies, and I think that's really neat. And tiny dinies are cute, and we all know they make Alexandra smile. Brad saying go Oshkosh. Uh, who married Plato? I don't know who married Plato. Forco? Did you get it? Plato, Forco. It's the best I got. Well, thank you for those tiny dinies. I really appreciate that. That's very kind. TikTok has a way to compensate content creators, and the way they do it is by people can send little gifts, and tiny dinies are kind of popular, but you can send all sorts of little gifts, and TikTok generates some revenue, and we generate some revenue as well as content creators. YouTube has it more directly. You just send people cash, and that's nice too. So thank you, and I appreciate all of that. Again, I'm up here in Oshkosh, and I'm a twice divorced dad, a guy that's had a lot of experiences, has a lot of scar tissue involving uh, his second divorce, and for the best of all parties involved, thought a little space would do me some good. And I'm up here in Wisconsin, just a little bit over the border, looking for work, looking for a home, maybe looking for some new things as I travel down the journey that is life. And so again, I appreciate tiny dinies or gifts because that certainly gonna won't hurt. But I'll tell you what, I reached out to my friend Julie maybe a week ago now and said, "Hey, if I put this, get my ducks in a row, I could go see what Wisconsin offers." And Julie and I were talking, and she said, "Yeah, you could probably get a job the first day you came up." And we were both pretty optimistic. Most of the jobs I've been applying for were with restaurants because restaurants pay pretty well. I kind of enjoy waiting tables. You make good money. You kind of enjoy it. The shifts are 5, 6 hours usually, so not too long of shifts, which is good for the old man that I am. Um, but anyway, uh, it's not a great time to be hiring in the restaurant business. Everybody's saying, "Oh, well, not right now. We're on a freeze till you know, come back in April or May." And I'm going, "Hey, I'm not going to make it to April or May. I sold my scooter. I got $1,700 in the bank. Uh, yeah, I can't make it to May. Come on." And I did find one restaurant that seemed interested, and I'm going to hopefully hear back from them in a day or two. And I'd be excited to start there. So, uh, somebody, Judith says she's a toy store manager. I've applied for various retail jobs as well. The nice thing about retail is, there's usually some work to be done. You can deal with inventory or stock shelves or clean up the place. And I like keeping busy. I was working at a restaurant in Naperville called 64 Wine Bar most recently. And in the last meeting, I think it was my last day of work there. My boss said, "Hey, it's a wine bar. It was self-serve wine. You could go up and pour yourself wine. It came in 1, 3, and 6 ounce pours. Um, but you'd get yourself the wine. And our customers sometimes would sit there for, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. They'd be there to drink all night." And my boss in the meeting goes, "Hey, they're tipping on that. They're willing to pay us for nothing." And when he said that, it kind of stuck a knife in my heart a little bit because I don't want to be paid for nothing. I want to be paid for something. I don't want to sit around and collect tips on wine that I didn't serve. I'd rather be working and moving around and making people smile and enhancing experiences for diners. I don't want to sit in the corner and just gossip with my uh, other workers. I didn't find that enjoyable at all. And I'm excited to be productive. I hope wherever I end up, or if I don't know, God willing, can figure out how to make this work. I've got what, 66 people watching all told. I got 22 over on YouTube and 45 on TikTok. I know that's 67. The numbers changed after I done the math. uh, I really think this is what I'm supposed to do. And somehow, some way, I need to survive while I build this. I was talking to Big M yesterday, and I just like saying Big M. Big M might be moving up. Next stop, Greenville, South Carolina. Julie and Steve kicked me out of Wisconsin. So I packed up the Kia and drove down to Greenville, South Carolina. I'm going to be talking with the Southern drawl soon and hanging out with Big M, his girlfriend, and all of her fine looking lady friends. I mean, that doesn't sound that horrible. What's your address again, Big M? Here I come. Uh, no, but I was talking to him yesterday, and what was he saying? Oh, he's going, yeah, it's a bummer because Uber would be perfect for you, or Lyft, or Uber Eats, or something. I hear that a lot, but lo and behold, I got a DUI 5.5 years ago, and uh, can't drive Uber, even though I stopped drinking 3+ years ago. I'm not blaming them at all. The DUI has to be off your record for I think 7 years before you can get a job working there. And I get it's their rules. I mean, I wish it wasn't because I'll tell you what, I would love to drive some people around, pick up a little extra cash, and cover my expenses, and it'd be perfect. Um, See, Ray said you can make a lot of money with Uber. I can't make a lot of money with Uber Race. That's the problem. I can't make a lot of money with DoorDash either. I appreciate all your suggestions. I mean, I almost don't appreciate all your suggestions, but I know they're going to come anyway. But I get a lot of suggestions from people who are well intended. I'm not saying you're not, but believe me, I've done some thinking on this situation myself. And I've been down many door or many paths, and DoorDash doesn't hire if you have a DUI either. So anyway. So here I am applying to various positions in Wisconsin. Did find a town I feel really comfortable in named Appleton, which is like 20 miles north of here. A little bigger, a little more vibrant, a little more like Naperville, a little, uh, yeah, just a little bigger. And more restaurants, more business. I think more opportunity for a guy like me. And I went up there the other day and met with some companies and met with some bosses and got thrown out of various places. Not thrown out, but I'd walk in and say, "Are you hiring?" And they'd say, "No." Uh, you know, but either way, by the end of the day, I was feeling kind of beat down and rejected. I'll tell you what, it's kind of hard uh, to. Uh, sorry, John Pinnock said that's BS. You can be a crook and be elected to Congress, but I can't deliver DoorDash. I just thought that was a funny enough comment to interrupt my what I was saying. Naperville Yoga calls it ageism. I don't know if it's ageism. I'm not against isms, really. I mean, that sounds horrible because racism sure sounds bad. But I'm not against business hiring who they want to hire. And I realize the manager who might be a 27-year-old non-college graduate is who's managing a restaurant must see a guy like me who's 56 with a college degree who might have a chip on his shoulder and go, hell, I don't want to manage this dude. I'd rather hire a college kid or a high school kid that I can boss around. This guy might be trouble. So I understand it, uh, what they do. But I think me and my experience and my voice and my hard work and my positivity are going to find a spot that's right and is going to fit in a spot that's right and is going to offer value to a company that wants me. I just don't think I found it yet. So I keep looking. And in the meantime, I drink coffee with you guys and build coffee with Ken. Uh, Home Depot in the garden section. Hello, Ricky T. How are you? Judith speaking German to me. Judith, I don't speak German. We've got a kind of an abbreviated audience on YouTube today and kind of a quieter audience on TikTok. But by the way, I'm pleased that this is kind of working. Good morning, Alexandra, here on YouTube. That this is kind of working. That Julie, my sweet, kind friend who's like a big sister that I never had, was able to handle the technical issues I was having and update my driver. She made me delete all my videos. I had to go to the cloud. I had to start clicking. I'd had hundreds of videos on there that were stuck in the cloud, and she had me delete them all. There was little cute ones of Augie playing on his thing. Julie said, delete that. No, she didn't. I'm just kidding. Hey, Jason from Wheaton. How are you, Jason from Wheaton? I appreciate you hopping on. And Susie Q, thank you so much for liking the live over here. What about a radio station job? I'll tell you what, I am very confident that I could build Coffee with Ken sooner than I could get on a job at a radio station. Yeah. That's my thought on that. I'd rather build this and do my own thing than with no radio experience start applying to radio jobs. How's my coffee? Are you guys patient? Do you guys want me to go get some more? All right. Well, thank you. Little troubleshooting in my head because I no longer feel it in right German or English. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, no reason. Jason says I can. Islam said I'm able to FaceTime my little ones. I did yesterday. I cried. I cried. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Evie blew me a kiss. We have a. I'm gonna cry again. Um, we would go to Culver's a lot, and we would share our lunches there, and we would blow kisses to each other. And she's kind of learning how to do it. And I'd go, okay, catch it. And she'd reach up and catch it. I go, now put it on your cheek. And she would. And she did it on the FaceTime yesterday. And it was really sweet. So I'm going to go get some more coffee. Didn't work. Hello again. You want to know something funny? My friend Julie's sitting right outside my door. She's in the dark. She's got her phone on a table. She's watching my stream. I don't know if she's on TikTok or YouTube, but she's got her phone in there. And I'm going, hey, Julie. And she goes, yeah, it's working. It's working great. And it just looks so funny because I don't know. The satellite signals are being sent up into space and ricocheted all over the universe. And she could just be kind of sitting in here and not watching on TikTok or YouTube. As a matter of fact, we could not be on YouTube and TikTok, and she and I could uh, just be hanging out having coffee, just she and I. I wanted to suggest that to her this morning. Again, I thought I was up early. She's always up early. I said, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee with me? I'll tell you, nobody wants to have a cup of coffee with me in person. She ran down to the basement. I had to chase her down there and go, hey, Julie, do you think the YouTube will work? I can't, I don't know. I'm not confident. That's just interesting that she said that. She goes, she's not confident. And I go, well, what does that mean? What are the chances? She goes, 80%. I go, that's confident. And that just shows, I mean, I'm sure that's just human difference. I thought she was going to say like 5%. If I think there's a 20% chance something's going to happen, I'm pretty darn confident it is. That's just me, me and Julie. Again, it's amazing how different people are. And if you kind of keep your eyes open and your ears open, uh, Alexandra, I love you twice as much today. I love you twice as much today. I think I made you a moderator on one of these here. Naperville Yoga says they're too tired to talk in the morning. Oh, I know what I was thinking. Last night I was uh, again talking to Julie, saying, I'm just getting so many comments, and I'm struggling with my own mental health. I'm struggling with finances, looking for a job, missing my kids, still dealing with the hurt that came with the divorce, and so I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and I'm engaging with a lot of people, and sometimes I feel there's just too much stuff bouncing around my head, and sometimes I know there is. Um, I had a point to this story. I have a point to this story. I'm not totally sure what it is. What if my story just kind of ends there? All the buildup. and none of the good stuff. I don't even know if there was some good stuff. I think I'll think about it in a minute after I have a sip of coffee. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Heather Odell. Mm. Oh, a couple thoughts. A lot of people were hopping on yesterday saying, "Oh, Julie, when's Julie going to be on next? Is Julie going to be part of the show? Is she going to be a regular part of the show?" No, she's not. She's not. I love Julie, I really do, and she's the sweetest woman in the world. But she shared a story with us the other day, and I want her to chase her dreams, whatever they are. If she wants to create her own channel, I'm 100% behind it. I'll help her do it. I'll show her how. I'll tell her anything she asks. But she's not going to be a regular part of the show, and the show's not going to be Coffee with Ken and Julie. So let's just say that right there, because I don't have partners in this show. This is my show. It's my journey, my adventure. And even if down the road I get married or find a partner, I still think I'm going to keep it as my show. I got married and found a partner and included them in this and included them in my real estate business a few years ago and moved too quick. And we fell apart for a variety of reasons. And I was left with nothing. So this is going to be my show. And anybody that hops on, I might do interviews from time to time. Um, but yeah, that's not going to be necessarily a regular part of my thing. I like doing interviews. It felt good. It felt easy. I got to sit there and say a sentence or two and get her going, and she'd talk for 30 seconds, and I'd kind of be listening. I'd heard the story before. It was still moving, but I'd heard it the night before. And then she'd nudge me, and I go, okay, question number two. So, Julie, how long have you been a blonde? She'd go, Ken, that wasn't on the script. You were not supposed to ask me that. I'm just kidding. I didn't ask her that. Don't forget to tap on TikTok, y'all. Naperville Yoga said Wisconsin has some beautiful ladies. I appreciate that. I talked about it yesterday. I was at Starbucks. I'm not kidding. If I go to Starbucks in Naperville, it's 4 or 5 dudes that look like me and a bunch of very Starbuckian looking people. Like, no offense, no offense, but piercings and tattoos and purple hair a little bit. And I go to Starbucks in Oshkosh. It was me. I was the only guy in there. There was 20, and they were not age appropriate, but it was still remarkable. Between like 20 and 30-year-old girls. And all the girls working there were young, attractive girls. And I'm going, wow, I've been going to the wrong Starbucks. I need to find the right one with those that are just a couple years older. MJ, thank you so much for sending me the $4 here on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Again, my audience grows every day, and I think this is what I meant to do. And I hope, oh, I know what I was saying. I hope my message, whatever it may be, connects with somebody that needs it. And what I was going to say was I was struggling yesterday on both TikTok and YouTube at night. And because I was getting a lot of questions from a few very focused people. And I think Coffee with Ken isn't for those that are going to ask a million questions. I think my message is meant for those people that are sitting there watching in their computer or on their cell phone and don't want to say anything and are too shy to say anything or too shy to go meet people and are lonely at home or struggling with anxiety or whatever. And I think my show's for them more so than for the people that want to ask a million questions or say mean things or uh, ruffle my feathers or try and cause friction in my life. I know it's not for them. But even those that, I don't know. I just know I have people watching that aren't typing on their computers and saying anything, but are still listening and are still caring. and still need uh, somebody to feel like they're talking to. Matter of fact, I how many times have I mentioned her, Julie? How often do you see her comment? How often do you see Chip comment? You know, so rarely. And I'm not saying I love you, Alexander. You comment a little more, but you know what I mean. There are people watching that I forget are watching because they're not commenting. And I see the comments. A lot of times they'll be mean, or they'll be trying to throw me off, or they'll be trying to cause me trouble. And I think that's my audience. And sometimes it hurts. Uh, yeah. But what I need to remember is there's a lot of quiet people out there that aren't typing and aren't saying anything mean and are alone on a Saturday morning drinking a cup of coffee and not wanting to feel uh, so alone. Or maybe struggling in a relationship, or maybe struggling with anxiety or alcohol or gambling or not feeling good. And for some reason, watching me talk makes those people feel a little better. And I got to remember that. I'm telling this to myself. I got to remember it's not for the people that are causing trouble. Um, it's for the people that maybe aren't talking and aren't commenting, aren't quiet, and are sitting at home and feeling alone. Well, thank you for saying that. TGS says he listens to my videos all the time. Somebody, I quit drinking 6 months ago and I'm struggling with lots of emotions and trauma. Yeah. Hey, Sherry. Welcome aboard, Sherry. How are you? I miss you. You're struggling with emotions and trauma. I tell you what, TGS. First of all, congratulations for quitting drinking. And if you are struggling with lots of emotions and trauma, that is okay. And be proud of yourself for not having a drink for 6 months and for facing your fears and facing your issues and facing your trauma honestly. And I promise you, you'll get to the point. Uh, Hopefully, you might even be at that point where you're not tempted to drink again. Um, I think it's scary giving up drinking. But I'll tell you what, TJS, you tell anybody along your day, and don't be ashamed of it, that you stopped drinking 6 months ago. Everybody you meet will be proud of you, and most of them will be a little bit jealous of you that you were able to do it. So, as hard as it is, as lonely as you might be, as struggling as you could be, uh, realize most people out there wish they had the strength to do what you are doing. And I'm proud of you. So feel good about that. And know you're going to struggle with trauma, and know you're going to struggle with stuff. Because heck, I don't know how old you are, but I know for 53, I mean, not, I didn't drink when I was 50 or a kid, but for the first till I was 53, if I felt trauma or I felt stressed or I felt whatever, I'd find peace behind uh, in a bottle of Heineken. And without that, it's kind of scary to face the world because you get so used to smoking some weed or drinking some alcohol to cover up your stuff. And I'm proud of you. So keep it up. Stopping drinking was the easy part. Dealing with emotions is hard. Yeah. All right. So you're about my age. You're about my age. Mm. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Doo doo boo, boo doo boo, ba boo, ba boo, ba boo. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. What kind of coffee today? Says Corey Leonard. I think I'm drinking the Sumatra with half and half. and it's delicious. I'm actually on my second cup. For those that have been watching a few days, Julie bought me some M&Ms, and M's, and I've yet to open them. I've yet to open them. She's a great host. And I came home last night. Steve's apparently, I hope I can talk about this. I hope I can talk about this. Apparently, Steve's the bigger cook of the two. And I come home from the movie and I'm walking in and I'm getting a nice smell of onions throughout the house. And I'll tell you what, for a guy that's lived in his car or lived in an extended stay or lived in a Motel 6 much of the last 3 months or lived in a dorm in Yellowstone, walking into a warm home and smelling grilled onions and some sort of meat that is to be named later being cooked is a really appealing smell. And I walk on up the stairs. Julie's not there. I don't know where she is, but Steve's there. And he's going, "You hungry? Got some hamburgers." And I'm going, "Oh, wow, that sounds so good." But again, I'm trying not to get fat on my trip to Wisconsin. And I haven't joined a gym yet, but I'm looking to. And so, despite this bag of peanut M&Ms, I'll do the math. 140 calories per serving, 18 servings. That's 1,800 plus 720. Uh, 2520, I think. Yeah, 2,520 calories. So if I eat this, I am a pound heavier tomorrow. And that's not just, weight, but that's actually real calories, just about. Just about real calories. So how long have I talked? This has gone fairly well. Are you on YouTube doing okay? Have I snubbed you over there on YouTube? Are you guys feeling like you're getting the love you deserve? Or TikTok, are you feeling you're getting the love you deserve? Are you guys okay with the way this works? Mosey says I need another cup of coffee. I still have about a third of a cup here, but I appreciate you thinking about me, Mosey. Sarah says it's working. Sarah says it is working. And Alexandra says it's working great. Alexandra says it's working great. All right, well, great. And all good over here, Barry Stevens said. Okay, so nobody's jealous. Nobody's jealous. Yesterday, I had some troll hop on going, he doesn't care about not being on YouTube. It was so arbitrary and so stupid. I did. I felt bad. I had to sign off my YouTube page. It wasn't any great proclamation of how awesome I am. It was just saying I felt bad for shutting off YouTube. And the troll couldn't let me slip that out. They had to say, no, he doesn't feel bad about that at all. Well, I do. Doesn't mean I'm Jesus or Mother Teresa or a saint. Just kind of a normal emotion. It is working. What movie did I see last night? JV Joe, I saw Flight Risk. And I would say it was worth a see. It was worth a see. I enjoyed it. It won't win an Oscar. It had Marky Mark. I feel bad. I call him Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg. I wonder how many people call him Marky Mark. You'd have to be of a certain age to call him Marky Mark. I remember when I was a broker in the 90s, walking around and seeing Marky Mark on a bus with Calvin Klein underwear on and showing off his abs and his body. Tell you what, he does have a good body, but he had a shaved head in the show last night. He had a shaved head. It was weird. I'm not sure why he did it. He was like a mobster hitman / pilot. And yeah, he was a monster hitman / pilot. It was worth a see. It was worth a see. It was directed by Mel Gibson, who directed one of the greatest movies of all time, Braveheart. And now it's weird how far you can fall. And maybe he hasn't fallen. Maybe he's totally happy with where he is. And maybe Hollywood sucks. And maybe he's happier doing what he's doing than what he was doing before. Yeah, maybe he's doing the right thing. I don't know. But either way, he was directing Braveheart in 1995 and directing Flight Risk in 2025. It was worth a see. I enjoyed it. Oh, so I talked for 55 minutes. And okay, wait, hold on. How do I do this? This is so hard for me to do because again, it's reversed. So people are saying that this is the soccer player, uh, Ronaldo, right? The soccer player Ronaldo. Is that true? Because Julie's son, I believe, drew it, and she said he was some sports person. And I had people watching that were saying it's Ronaldo. Is he the one that had the pew pew thing happen on set? I'm not sure what the pew pew thing is. You're right. Donnie Wahlberg lives in St. Charles with Jenny McCarthy. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Somebody's saying it was politics that got him blacklisted in Hollywood. And somebody else said it wasn't politics, Barry. Apparently, Mel got arrested 20 some years ago, driving drunk and said some stupid things. I hope we can all forgive Mel's stupid things that he said when he was drunk. I talked to a cop the other day and told him how I'd gotten a DUI and told him how I was belligerent when I was arrested and ended up sending an apology letter to the cop and the processing woman. And he seemed very understanding and okay with people being jackasses when they're drunk and being arrested. So I hope, no matter what Mel Gibson has said in the past, I don't know, that we can forgive him as well. Because we've all sinned. Heck, we've all sinned. Uh, we've all said stupid things and been drunk and what have you. Uh, yeah. Am I moving? Cherie, and I'm going to call you Cherie. You know why I'm going to call you Cherie, Cherie? By the way, we have 20 people watching on YouTube and we have 48 people watching on TikTok. If any of you haven't followed my page or subscribed to my platform, please do. I'm growing my platform a little bit every day. I would like to do this professionally. I would like to be a full time content creator, not have to worry about my financial responsibilities. I saw a house in Appleton, Wisconsin that would be perfect for me. It's a little 2 bedroom, 1 bath ranch in the center of Appleton, Wisconsin. They're asking $215,000 for it. And I would love the home. Payments on it would be like $1,500 a month. You'd need to show some steady income. I would show spotty income at best. But either way, $215,000 seems like an attainable amount of money. So if you can help me get that sweet little ranch home and get my little babies up here, whatever, as often as possible, I would love it. I would love it. And it probably won't be this home, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to drive by this home because um, it feels good to dream. And I'm going to drive by this home and see where it's located and imagine myself there and shoveling out the driveway and playing with my kids in the fenced yard. And I'm excited about doing that today. And I'm excited about my Saturday. I'm excited I was able to go live on both platforms at the same time. I'm excited that I've got a little bit of coffee left in my cup and that I've got a pot waiting for me. I'm excited that it's still snowing outside and that I'm going to go shovel the walk um, in a little bit because I miss doing that. And I miss doing that. And I'm looking forward to doing it and being out in the snow and hearing the crunch of the snow and feeling like I'm getting a little workout and feeling like I'm out in nature and enjoying my day. And I hope you enjoy your day as well. I hope. Hey, Chris Jackson, how are you? Where have you been, Chris Jackson? I forgot about you. I don't mean it personally, but you have not been on a live of mine in 2 months. By the way, my phone is down to 10% charge left, and it is going to drop my TikTok audience however long 10% lasts. And I would feel bad if that happened. And yes, I really would feel bad if that happened. Don't be sorry, Chris. No reason to be sorry. I just forgot about you a little bit. And again, don't take it personally. I get lots of people hopping on, and some people disappear for a while and they return. So I feel good when they return. And thank you for coming on back. Come to New York. I've got 1,100-foot driveway I can shovel, said John Piddock. That makes a little more snow uh, than I want. A little more driveway than I want. But if you had uh, a big snow thrower, uh, I think that'd be awesome. Well, Chris, thank you for coming back. I'm going to sign off now. Hey, Chris, I go live every morning at 6 o'clock. And if I can do it here, I'm going to do it both on YouTube and TikTok at 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock at night. So if you like this, subscribe to my page, follow my platform, help me grow, help me achieve my dreams, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll be live tonight at 6 o'clock, and I hope you join me. I hope you join me, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're watching on TikTok. And I'd like this to build, and I think it's going to. And I have a lot of fun doing it, and it feels good for me. And if you enjoy watching it, and makes me a little money and makes me feel good as well, uh, that feels awesome. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, MJ sent me $5 more. Thank you, MJ. That's so sweet of you. I wonder if that's really Michael Jordan. It's probably not really Michael Jordan, but it'd be cool. I mean, you're probably just as cool, probably cooler than Michael Jordan. Heck, you sent me $9 today. You're way cooler than Michael Jordan. He can probably shoot baskets better than you, but you're a sweet human being just the same. I want to thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. Tune in tonight at 6 o'clock. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. You're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.